Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix General 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Good, so last session we did start implementing the new implementation for the multi-instance network, local multiplayer match with 2 or more clients, which seemed to work well. What was left to do? I don't remember what was left to do. The options ini. The options ini. Yeah. Let's search for options. .ini. Yeah. Load options ini. Jesus Christ. Option preferences. Okay. Okay, that's strange. It seems like it's load. Let me see. Fname. Okay. So it stores the options in the name here in file name, and then it uses that to write it back later here. I see. Okay, then we need to change. Jesus, define len. Why is this? Jesus. Okay. So we need to basically just change this here. Yeah. Okay, that should be simple enough. The superclass will put this in the right dir automatically. This is just a leaf name. Okay. Then we do cons. We do if def RTS multi-instance and if. I wonder if we should write if defined instead. Defined. Okay. Okay, then we say we can do else. Then we can move right here automatically. It's just a leaf name. say node. Put this in the right directory automatically. It's just the leaf name. Directory. Okay, then we simply say ASCII string directory file options ini dot format, call it I think what you can do is we say if RTS game client includes game client instance RTS client instance get client ID get instance ID. Let me see. It's larger than 1U. We do format options client instance. How do we do it here? Instance options instance 2.2u. Let's do the same then here. Options instance to u.ini. And that will be get instance ID. Okay. str. Okay. And then load it. I think we can simply put a return here, or maybe load. Return the constructor is not a good idea. I would say we create a load fname takes a string. Oh, how about we it's virtual. Okay. Let's do a bool load options. Okay. Load. Huh. What? Option preferences. Oh. Oh. I see. We're not overloading this one. Not changing this one. We're changing this one. I would say we add a protected load options. Then we simply put this in here. Put this here. Then here we do a return. Then we call here load options. Yeah, I think that's appropriate. Define multi-instance. And if not, this superclass will put this in the right direction. Okay. So here we can actually pass the string as is. Now, regarding options, there may be more files that we eventually need to network ini. What about this one? That one probably too, right? Client 1, yeah. GameSpy login. Skirmish ini. I think we need to create variants for all these guys. Yeah. Okay, let me see the other ones that use the user preferences. There are a bunch of these, okay. Do they all load it in the constructor? Yeah. GameSpy info. Okay. Okay. GameSpy MISC preferences. Ignore preferences. Letter preferences. Okay, but these all refer to GameSpy. I don't think we need to care about these. Load profile. Quick match. I think that's also GameSpy. Skirmish battle on us. I think that one needs a copy. Yeah, load. Okay. Okay, let me put a bookmark here. Skirmish. Yep. Option preferences. Yeah, we already are in here. LAN preferences. That as well. Login preferences. Oh. That one. That. Where's this loaded? Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Why is this string here? This is used more than once. Okay, looks like we need to wait. Let's post the clock. Okay, so it's just referenced once. And how about we also move this string inside this class, like all the other ones? I think that would be better. Yeah. And we take this guy and we put it here. It kind of makes sense that it's external, but if it's just one string, then I might as well just put it here in the constructor. Okay, I have no idea why they explicitly clear this in the constructor. That makes no sense. Yeah, that makes no sense. Obfuscate. I noticed that here, this one is also wrong. Okay, let's clean up here a little bit. So this one can be removed. That can be removed. Is there any other preference that doesn't load a file in its constructor? I think all others, they loaded it in the constructor, right? Yeah, I think then the easiest way, we just do it consistently. Yeah, it's the only outlier. For some reason. Good, then let's remove this guy. Then we take this guy and we put it here. Like that. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Then here we do loads. To keep the change minimal, it would be better to leave it in the constructor, right? Yeah. Maybe maybe we do loads. Load user preferences. Load. I think this comment here should actually be part of this load function. Loads creates, let's say, a loads or creates a file from the user data directory. Loads or creates a file in the user data directory. Loads or creates a file with the given name in the user data directory. Yeah, then we can remove this comment. Okay, so I wonder if we should maybe make this public, load options. Load, maybe you call it load default. Maybe, yeah, load default, maybe. Load default. Okay, then we can remove this one as well. I think that's a good idea. Good. Then we replicate the same bullshit on the others. So we have bool load. Let's first create this. Yeah, default. Load default. Load default. Quick match preferences, that is not for here. Yeah. Good. Then we go to here. And then we copy this guy. And then we put that in here. Here. Okay. GameSpy login. Hold on, we need to include the game client include game client, client instance. Game client map util. Okay, let's try this again. Learn preferences. Network ini. Okay, so option preferences. Good, then we take this copy. Good. I put this here. Network ini. There we go. Network. Then here we put load default. Next. Skirmish. Load default. Okay, skirmish stats. Skirmish stats, okay. We also need to rename this here. Let's just call it. Wait, so we're expecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5. What is custom match preferences? Is that also GameSpy? Yeah. Okay, so we expect 5, right? Yeah. Good, then let's search for all the defaults and fix them up. So this one needs changing. That one is correct. That and that, okay. Then we also need to change the string here. Let's put it to options. How about file? What is it called here? Fname. Fname. There we go. We found our name. Good. That looks very promising. Hold on, there's still error here. Load default. Load default. It's still complaining here. Why? Buffers okay. I wonder if we should put like a boolean here to say load the default on construction. Maybe. It's not really necessary. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, did we do any mistake? Let me see. We have a mistake here. There we go. Okay, that looks correct. Maybe we should also put the destructor here like the other cases to have that consistent. Like this, right? Yeah. Then we need to remove this here, and we are golden. Fantastic. Okay. Okay, cool. Then let's compile that, and I expect that this will work. Yeah. So basically, we should then see options instance 2 and network instance 2, skirmish, this, and that's it. And this 5, yeah. Let me clean up here the screenshots. Okay, that was a fail. Aha, right. There we go. Still fail. Return load. There we go. We need to fix that on all. Okay. Okay, cool. That should compile. Excelente. Excelente. Good. Good, so that is instance number 1. Yeah. Then let's open the game directory, English. Okay, and then we launch a second instance. Okay. And that started here with a smaller resolution, probably already created an options ini, right? Yeah, options instance 2, yeah. There's no skirmish stuff yet, but that's fine. Okay, let's go into network. Well, let's actually change resolution first. Yeah, let's make it larger. Okay, we can also pick here our IP. There we go. Okay. And then we can go to multiplayer network, client 2. Okay, we have both clients in here. So if we change the name here, let's say we put real dude, yeah, real dude 2. Okay. So if we then go to main menu, then I suspect it has saved it now in here. Yeah. Yeah. Real dude 2 is saved here. Yeah. And so if we go back into network lobby, but then we are called client 2. Huh. Well, that's not quite the right way, isn't it? Okay, why is that happening? RTS multi-instance. So we are overwriting that name effectively, which happens where? Here. Right. So if we find a username, we take what? LAN preferences, find username. Otherwise, it goes here, quoted printable to Unipo. What? I'm confused. What is this? If it doesn't find it. Okay, now I understand. I see. So if it doesn't find a username, then it takes the machine name. Then here, otherwise, it takes this, what it found. Jesus. The way this is written is so confusing. But okay. So if IT is end, then we just take the machine name. Okay. The thing is, we have this here twice, this code. That looks like it can be simplified, this code, yeah. So if we find the username, yeah, I think the simplification of this code is this, and then we test it. If it's not end, means we have found it. Found a user, found a username. And then we take this here. And then we say if red is not empty, if not red is empty, then it will return this. Otherwise, it goes on to the machine name here. Here. This. Okay, and instead of machine name, IPs get machine name. What does this return? ASCII string. Okay, how about translate? Translate. Let me say here, let me say red dot append add instance ID to default default username for convenience. Then we say append. Let's do Unicode string instance instance dot format, and then we do underscore instance %d like that. L. Then we do red dot append instance. No? Has no member append. How do we concat? Right. For the username, use it if valid. Okay, I think that looks fairly simple. Good, let's see how that looks. Let me clean up the username here. Actually, we can just delete that function, right? Oh, no, we just clean that here. Okay. Okay, that fails. Redefinition. Oh. Let's comment this out. Okay, this should work. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so that is instance 1, instance 2. Good. So let's go to, let's check options. Yeah, it has saved that and that as well. Okay, excellent. Multiplayer network. Aha. Okay, that is unexpected though. Yeah. So now we have twice the same name. What happens if we have the same name? Let me see. I create a game. I join. Aha, duplicate name. Okay. Then why did this not choose the correct name then? Let me put a breakpoint here, debug, attach. Instance 2. Main menu. Multiplayer network. Okay. It finds a string. So it finds this now. Let me go back to main menu. Let's go to options. Yeah, this one. Let's delete it. Yeah. Let me go to multiplayer network. Okay, now it should not find it anymore, and it doesn't. Good. Then I cannot really see what it's doing here, but what is happening? We can't see red, it's optimized away. But we can see this instance 2. And it should concat it. So it should work, no? Red, concat. Oh, hold on. Does this take a... Yeah, it does. It does take a Unicode string. So it should work, right? Here. Yeah. Maybe, maybe that name is too long. Oh, so it cuts it. Oh. Oh. The name length is 12. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, then what we do is then we put if red dot empty, if red dot is empty, then we do this. Okay. And if we have the multi-instance, then we do this. If get instance ID is larger than 1U, then we treat it specially. Yeah. Say set instance ID as default username to avoid duplicate names. Set instance ID as default username to avoid duplicate names. then we simply say, we can simply say here, return red. We don't need this check here. Yeah, just do that. Then here we say red.format. There we go, we don't need that. And then here we put the .2d instance. We remove that, boom, done. Maybe put that comment here. Front username, user valid. Actually, a comment is probably better here. Use machine name as last resort. Well, let's say as default name, default username. Use instance ID as default username to avoid duplicate names. Avoid duplicate names for multiple instances. Okay, I think that looks reasonable now. Let's try this again. Good, let me open the network inis again. We clean the username, fresh start. There we go. There we go. Okay. Good, so instance 2, then we go to multiplayer. Let's open this one here first, network. Let me lower the volume here a little bit. It's quite a bit loud. Let's lower this. 6 bars, yeah. Okay. Okay, and this one is called instance 2. Fantastic. 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 Yeah. Can we also use colon here? No. Instance 02. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, and then we can create a game, and now we can join. But do we still have the freedom to choose our own name here, right? So we can edit this name to real dude 2. Yeah, then we go to main menu and we go back to network, and it has saved. That's excellent. Okay, then let's load a match here. Let's take a nice map. Let's take beautiful, beautiful. Which map is beautiful? Sand Serpent. Look at that. So beautiful. Let's pick both USA. Accept. Let's go. Okay. Huh. The graphics look interesting. Looks much much more bare bones. Ah, we put the detail on low. I see. Okay. Let's start attacking here. Dozer rush. Let's build a nice power plant. Okay. Dozers have met in the center. Very professional. Let's build here let's build a barracks. And here we counter attack with the barracks. No, big aggression here. Superior play. Outstanding. Then we take here. Wrong client. Yeah, maybe not the missile defender. It could be quite dangerous. Okay, let's take this ranger here and put him into the house. And as you can see, the big war here. Oof. Oof. Let's save the doses. A big shootout. Massive fight. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let me take a screenshot as evidence that this works correctly. Okay. Paint. Okay. Good. Is there anything else left to do? Or is this all? I think this might be all. Maybe we can test the skirmish stuff. The skirmish. Solo skirmish. Yeah, so they both should have their own skirmish stats. Here we have some medals. Yeah. Yeah, so we would have to win against some AI and then it would create a new file, right? Yeah. We can perhaps test that with, what is this? Okay. So what we can do is we can aha. Okay, it has created now a skirmish instance too. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. I don't think there's anything else we need to do. So it's probably fine, yeah. Okay. Let me see this condition here. Okay, cool. Then let me review this. Oof, touched quite a bit. Okay, so we make this here one change with the options innies, yeah. Yeah, let's create two branches. Let's say a multi-instance network. Okay. And then we create another multi-instance user data. Good, then let's do the user data first. So we have a load default, yeah. Loads or creates a file with a given name in the user data directory. Loads or creates. Give me stats. Let me also take this one here. We can probably revert this. No, we can leave it, yeah. Good, then we take this one here as well. Here. Let's verify this here once more. So before it, if it didn't find it, then it would do this. Yeah. Then here at the bottom, it would do the same again if this was empty. And now we just, if we found something, then we check that. We get that. Trim it. If it's not empty, we are done. If it is empty, we keep on going. If we have a client instance, multi-instance, then we take that. Actually, hold on. Do we actually need this multi-instance check here? Compile guard. I don't think we need that, right? Hold on. Hold on. I think we can omit that and just compile it in, right? Like we have done here, eventually. like we have done here without the compile guard. Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah, we can remove this. Yeah. Okay, let me just search for this guy. Oops. This one is needed, I think. There we go. This one we also take. Okay, makes it simpler, yeah. Okay, what about this one? Can we eliminate it here? No, because we only add the local IP as an option if we have a multi-instance. Yeah, so this stays. Add feature add local IP at local host IP for multi-client instances. Add a local host IP for multi-client instances. Each client will have a unique IP address. Add one local host. I think here we also need to use unsigned bytes. Okay, I think we can just simplify it to Ccast. No need for the static cast. Keep it simple, right? Okay. Let's say you can simplify this. Add one unique local host IP for each multi-client instance. Add one unique local host IP address for each multi-client instance. Done. Okay. Save all. Let's compile one more time. Okay. Use the instance ID as default username. Multiple client instances. Okay, how about we unstage this one? So how many? How many of these do we have now? Just two, right? Just two, yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. Then let me get the rest as well. Take this one, yeah. Then we take these guys, yeah. Load default. Okay. By the way, there's one thing that came to my mind just now. We did merge these changes here, this one and this one, and actually I do think we should have the enhancement for being a feature debug enhancement. Yeah, I think that's appropriate. There we go. Oof, we have a lot of these are the closed ones. Okay. Good. Let's keep on going. Skirmish. Options. LAN lobby menu. Okay. What is this here for? This bullshit. I think we can just remove that comment here. That's not needed. Okay, assemble IP. I think here we can also just use a Ccast for this primitive type. There we go. Maybe here we can type 08. So it aligns a bit nicer, right? Okay. Actually, it's not legal. Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. Okay, so what about this anonymous namespace here? Should we maybe just make it a member function? Assembly IP. Yeah, maybe just make it a member function. Or maybe we put it into the utility. There was a network utility or something. Network util. We could put it in there, no? There's a resolve. Yeah, that would fit. We can put it in there. Games2westwood.com. Wow. Wow. Okay, and then we just create here a new one, unsigned. Should we make it inline? Maybe. Maybe it could be inline. Jesus Christ. Unsigned. I wonder if there already is another macro that also assembles an IP address like that. I think it's fine. Network user. Do we want to make it inline? Maybe. Sample IP. Maybe what we can do is we can declare it here, and then we implement it down here so it's a bit out of view. Yeah. Sample IP. Network util. Game network. Network util. Okay, cool. Let's see if that still compiles. It does. Okay. Okay, do we need to set anything else in here? No. Sample IP. I do. Okay. Okay. No defaults. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing one of the load defaults. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, this looks good to me. Then 0 hour. Implement different implement new implement new implement new option files, option new options ini files, implement new options ini files for multi-instance clients. Implement new options, implement new user data, implement new user data ini files for multi-instance clients. Yeah, I think that's yeah. Should we add some documentation in there as well? Don't think that's necessary. What do we? Did we add documentation here? No. No, I think it's not necessary. We also didn't add anything here. That's fair. Implement new user data. Okay. Then we switch. We do. What should we maybe? I would say we create actually a new branch based on this one. User data 2, network 2. And then we delete this one. And then we rename this one. Okay. We take this, take that, take this. And then we call this implement local host IP addresses for multi-instance clients. Implement local host IP addresses for multi-instance clients. Implement local host IP addresses. localhost IP addresses and yeah, I think the other, we don't need to mention it. Well, actually, and instance network username. Implement local host IP addresses and local host IP address and instance network username. Implement local host IP addresses and implement local host IP addresses and instance network username. Local host IP addresses. Implement local host IP addresses. IP addresses and instance network username. Yeah, I think that's fine. Commit. Okay, then we still have this one here. Let me stash that for now. Okay. Let me push that first. Good. So so this is a follow-up for the multi-instance. Debug. Okay. So this is a follow-up for that. I think here we should also put the enhancement label, right? Because it is a new feature as well. Okay, follow-up for that. This is also debug, enhancement, minor, gen. Well, right now it's only ZH, but it's supposed to be for gen. Yeah. Let me add it to do replicate in generals. This change implements instance this change implement new user implements new user data ini files for multi-instance clients. So we have this. User profile. So our data. And then we have options in name. Let me extract all the names here. So we have network ini, GameSpy login ini, skirmish, and skirmish stats. Client instance 1 default. Client instance 2. Instance 02. Shit. To avoid user data conflicts. Maybe we should put that into a code block. Yep, looks good to me. This change implements new user data ini files for multi-instance clients to avoid user data conflicts. Okay, reviewers, Helmut, milestone, important features. Okay. Let me also put Gen into the title. Okay. Okay, and then we create the next one. This one. Maybe we should also take a screenshot of the options menu with the new IP address. Good. Okay, so this one we have to merge after this one. Merge after that. To do replicate in generals, and it closes the change from Helmut. Where he put what was it? Fake IP was his change right here. Closes that one. This change is an alternative. This change is a better alternative for chain for. Is a better alternative. This change this change enables multi-client, multi-instance clients to connect in network matches, and is a better alternative. It's a better alternative to that. It does not change the network protocol. It does not change the network protocol. Instead, it adds localhost IP addresses to each client. It adds unique localhost IP addresses to each client that the network will use. The network can use to connect clients, connect multiple local clients with each other. Okay, so we add here options menu. 127.0.0.n IP address in options menu. Documents, Gentoo images. Two clients matched together. This one here. Let's save it as actually let's yeah, let's do like this. Save as multi-client network JPEG. Okay. Okay. This change enables multi-instance clients to connect in network matches and is a better alternative. This alternative is an alternative to 4.6. It does not change the network protocol and therefore is using the network as if these were real clients. If they're normal clients. It does not change the network protocol. To do that, to achieve that, it adds unique local host IP addresses to each client that the network can use to connect multiple local clients with each other. Let me put the credits to him because he came up with that idea. Credits to that for this idea. Multi-instance client to connect in network matches and is an alternative to 4.7. It does not change the network protocol and therefore is using the network as if these were normal clients. To achieve that, it adds unique local host IP addresses. It adds one unique local host IP address to each client that the network can use to connect multiple local clients with each other. Merge after closes. And add Helmut Spuler for the first implementation. Okay, milestone, important features, labels, major debug, gen ZH enhancement. Okay, and this will be this one. Gen ZH implement local host IP addresses. Implement local for multi-instance clients. Implement local host IP addresses and instance network username for multi-instance. this change also implements a new default username for the multi-instance clients. Default network username for the multi-instance clients. Credits to Hemogura for the first implementation. Implement network lobby support for multi-instance clients. Network lobby support for multi-instance clients. Alternative implementation. It does not change the network protocol and therefore is using network as if these were normal clients. To achieve that, it adds a unique local host IP address to each client that the network can use to connect with local clients. Okay, I think that looks all good to me. Let's look once more over the code. So it contains both changes right now, but that's fine, yeah. I may put this to do a bit higher up so it's easier to see. Okay, it's fine down here. Good. Good. I think I don't need to add anything here. It's already linked here. Yeah. Okay. Good. Nervous people. Yeah. I will check it later. Network lobby. Multi-instance clients. Network lobby. Support feature is ready. Good, then I will take a break here. It has been 2 hours. Yep, perfect timing. Then take a break here. And next session we will continue, probably some review and some merging. Maybe just do a quick session next session and then I can take a break maybe this evening. Would be nice. Good. I wish you a great day or night until next time. Goodbye.